I just went to the Mystical Garden, which is a witchcraft supply store, and I just couldn't help it. I had one of those moments when I just stopped and I kept looking at the crystal balls. Now, I already have a crystal ball. It's not big, and it's something I just ordered off the internet. But the other thing is, I didn't really get to pick it out. I didn't really get to choose it. It didn't really call to me, right? So when I was at the store today, I found this guy. And of all the crystal balls on the shelf, I just kept coming back to this guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to cleanse, develop a bond with this crystal ball, and then we're going to practice using it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, thank you. Thank you to the spirit of this crystal ball. Oh, it's in the video. Oh, it's in the... Okay. Burn some mugwort in this cauldron and sort of pass the crystal ball through it, cleansing it of impurities and infusing it with stronger magic. Hecate lampadios, Hecate enodia, Hecate glaiducas, Hecate lampadios, Hecate enodia. I offer you this mugwort. It is a special herb to me, and it is a special herb to you. What happens now is some meditation and trance work to sort of tap into the liminal space and use the energies of Hecate to help bless this sphere. It involves chanting. It's me sitting there chanting over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. Guide me, keep me, protect me, and help me. Lend me your energies to help purify. Okay, I'm just wondering, because the mugwort is pretty fresh and not exactly dry, so it may not burn. If it doesn't burn, what I can do is I can leave it to dry, or I can cleanse it with a different incense for now. Hecate also enjoys frankincense. And then once I have some drier mugwort, try again later. I want to use the mugwort though to help it infuse it a little bit with that psychic oomph, you know? So we'll give it a shot. Can't get this burning. What I can do is find an essential oil that might help, that sort of corresponds well with the intent. So something like peppermint oil might be a good choice. All right, let's see. Air, fire, earth, water. So lavender oil, lavender and a bit of dandelion in it. I just don't want to add too much. Just a teeny tiny little bit. One more thing I want to do before I actually take the crystal ball for a scrying test run is I'm going to prepare and burn some silver candles. And in order to do that, first we have to cleanse them, and there's a few ways you can cleanse them. One, just by smudging them. One is to actually take them. How many spirits are outside? There's 9 outside? Okay, we might have to put this on hold. I might have to deal with a few spirits just to get my dog to behave. Thank you, spirit of this candle. Thank you, spirit of all candles. Okay, now we're gonna take it for a little test run. Wow. How do I explain this to someone who has no idea what I'm talking about? You feel the energy using the Ouija board. It's like feeling the force. Magnets, and you can feel them push and pull on each other. There's like a bubble around it. And you could. It's like a pillow. It's soft. You could push. So since preparing it and doing what we've done, this field of energy around it, the force has grown much stronger with it. Is I guess what I'm trying to say. And let me just do this. Okay, first thing I notice off the bat, it's more difficult to use this crystal ball. The old one is not a clear quartz. So all the little, I don't know, shapes in there, cloudiness. When I'm getting into trance, those tend to move around and morph almost like clouds in the sky and make the images. And the first time I used that little one, it worked fast. Whereas with this one, it's like a upside down revert, like you can see through it, but I'm just seeing the Ouija board letters, but they're upside down, and there's no real shapes twisting. It almost looks like there's clouds forming in the ball, but I'm not just sure if that's the reflection of the smoke. So, well, let's keep going. Let's see. A crescent moon waning. Slowly, more and more of it's covered in shadow. Dog howling kind of took me out of there for a minute, but the glowing crescent moon in the night sky, it almost had that like face on it, and sort of getting swallowed up by the dark moon, I guess you'd say. Growling or heavy breathing. You hear like an animal snoring almost. It's weird. It's more like I'm hearing things than seeing things this time around. What if I try? Water, waves, lapping. 3 moons. Okay. Right. So I want to compare it to this. I had a vision, but it was weird. Like normally when I would look at this crystal ball, the vision would be in this crystal ball using the all the little what would I even call it? You see how it's not clear, but all the little things inside of it would twist and form around and make shapes, and that's how I would see the vision. This one is so clear and transparent. It's kind of hard to see the vision, but the light, the way the lights are reflected in it, and I could hear things. And I decided to just go into a deeper state of trance, almost to the point of falling asleep, if I'm being honest. And that sort of liminal space. And okay, so a lot of moon symbolism. Crescent moon, swallowed up. It's like basically you saw the whole moon cycle at night time, water, light being reflected on the water. There was a growl at one point. I could hear waves, I could hear wind, and there was even at one point I kind of heard like a, but like a heavy beast almost. Never saw one. Then when I went into a then when I went into a deeper state of trance, I had like a mini dream of Hecate's wheel. And how do I... That is Hecate's wheel. And you see that there's like a glowing star in the middle. Outside, in between that, it almost looks like a maze. Those are coils of a serpent, but it almost seems like a maze. So the vision is, it's all blackness. The wheel is white. I am a red dot. Like, kind of like Pac-Manning around the inner wheel of all the coils, like a maze, trying to get to the center. And going round and round and round and round and just not finding the way in. So, a lot of Hecate symbolism in there. Next step is to discuss with the spirits, spirit guides, possibly even Hecate herself, and decoding it, interpreting what the images mean. But it is neat that just works differently. Okay, so let's move these aside. Let's talk with the spirit guides. Alright. Normally I just ask all of you guys in general, but is there one particular... Which one of you would be the best to consult about these visions? So, I'm kind of talking to them in my head right now. Okay, so they're saying that I'm still trying to get one of Hecate's keys. That there's a mystery that I just haven't figured out yet. The real meaning of this will be revealed in time when I acquire the next key. Does the vision mean, I don't know what secret, I don't know what the secret is, but does this vision mean that I'm getting closer to it, or I'm far away from it. Getting closer. You're on the inside of the wheel, just one more circle to go. Okay. And I don't suppose if I just straight up ask her, she'll tell me, huh? She wants you to figure it out for yourself. Well, since I got... Is there anything else about the vision I should know? Waning moon, darkness. I'm just trying to decide if I should say this part out loud because it sounds a little personal. What kind of things could that represent? Okay. As we approach a full moon. Okay. Sorry. It's just this last part sounded like it might be a little personal. Does this mean... I'm not going to ask, but I have a prediction about when this key or secret will be revealed. Just based on what I saw, Hecate being the torch bearer, being the moon that guides you in the night, also being of the sun and the land and the sea. Oh, there was so much sea in this vision too. Does this question, because I've been asking a lot about the aftershocks, been helping people to cross over, does this vision have anything to do with the, because that's the only secret I've been trying to figure out, that I know that I've been trying to figure out. My spirit guides are sitting there like, oh crap, she figured it out. Okay. Alright, so I can't wait for the next full moon. When's that? March 7th, I believe. 2nd? March 7th. When's the next full moon? March 7th. Okay, cool. So that was a little bit of crystal ball scrying. I don't even know what you'd call this. I'm going to hit stop on this video. How many spirits are outside? Okay, so I'm going to hit stop on this video and start talking to some spirits.